Hello, and thank you for joining me. This is Stacy with SF Johnson Consulting and Construction Services. And in this short video, we are going to discuss the master format or the specifications. And what is the master format? Well, remember in our classes, we have the construction documents and then we have the specifications. Well, the master format is the full list of all of the specifications that you could possibly have in construction, and they are listed by division. They start with 00, 00, 00, 00, and go through, I think, 28 series. But basically, the specifications, as we can see by definition, they're the standard for all commercial building design and construction projects in North America. And it titles and sections numbers for the organizing of data about the construction. And so it will give you information regarding the material and how they want the material applied, or how they want, for instance, the drywall. Do they want it vertical or horizontally placed, and all of the good stuff. And so if you have to think about the construction documents, you would think in this way. The construction documents are pretty much the written words that go with the pictures. And so every time you see a picture, you're going to have uh, something related to that picture in the specifications. And so we start with they're ordered in a sequence of three digits, three component 2-digit numbers. And so the all of the zeros are pretty much paperwork, submittal information, scope of work, all of that type of information. So that's pretty much all the zeros. And then you just go through if you are uh, into maybe the demolition, then we're going to go to existing conditions, and that's 02, 00, 00. And again, this is the master format is the full listing of everything in construction that you could possibly do. And so if you are the masonry contractor, you're going to go to your division 04, 00, 00. And remember, this is everything that could be done under that scope of work. And so, of course, in every project, you don't have everything. And so you're going to have some of these things are going to be missing, but what is specifically related to your project will definitely be there. Okay, so the specifications, the first thing you do if you're going to prepare an estimate, so if you are doing framing, for instance, you're going to have to look in two of the divisions. If it's metal framing and wood framing, then you have to look in the metals division, which is the 05, 0000 for metal framing of whatever type. And then you have to look in the woods division if you are framing wood framing. So everything, absolutely everything, everything. So 05 and 06. 05, 0000 is metal. 06, 0000 is wood and plastics and composites. And so you go through there. What you're going to do is you're going to read your specifications first, and then you're going to write down everything that's specific to your scope of work. You're going to take that into the construction documents, and then you'll put the two together and you'll produce an estimate. So again, master format, everything that you could think of. Roofing, roof, windows, and skylights. If you're into windows, you're going to look at what? 05, 50, 00. So when we have the specifications class and test, I will tell you that you are this kind of contractor doing this particular scope of work. And so what I would want you to do is go into the specifications and tell me specifically what division and all the way down to the subdivision of the specifications that you would have to read. And so if I say you're doing wood framing of well, it has to be, or if you're doing light metal stud framing, that's easier because those are really specific divisions you can go to and break down, you know? And so that's what it would be. Or if I said you're doing a particular type of demolition, then you would go to existing conditions, specification, look through those subdivisions to find that particular specification that outlines how you are to perform your scope of work. So, any questions, any concerns, please contact me at our website, which is S as in Sam, F as in Frank, johnsonconsulting.com. And thank you very much, as always, for joining me. And we'll see you next time.